It's time for another Pocket Operator Quick Tip.
Freebie.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shoutout goes to Nobu. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. Yeah, it's finally time for another Pocket Operator Quick Tip. I used to do these all the time, and I don't think I've done one in a while. So today's Quick Tip has to do with recording your Pocket Operators, and it's just a little practical thing you can do to make the whole experience just a little easier. And that simply is, if you can afford it, when you're writing your song or your beat or whatever you want to record from your Pocket Operator, try to give yourself one blank pattern. Then when you're assembling your pattern chain, at the very, very end of that chain, put the blank pattern, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Repeat it at the end. So when whatever you're recording is done playing on the Pocket Operator, it just sits on that empty pattern for a good, 20, 30 seconds, giving you time to stop the recording process. And when you import that audio into whatever, editing application you're going to use it with, whether that be a piece of hardware or software, you have a clean endpoint that sounds natural, because it is natural, because the Pocket Operator didn't get cut off. Instead, it came to the end of the pattern chain, which was a blank pattern, and just sat there, if that makes sense. So that's the tip. Let's go ahead and demonstrate it. So I've got the Po20 stock kit here. Let's go and make sort of an evolving pattern chain. Let's say that we are working on a beat for a song, and we just want to record the beat itself off the Pocket Operator. So there's pattern 1. Let's copy that into pattern 2 here. We'll put a clap on 2 and 4. Copy that into pattern 3. Give ourselves some hi-hats. Okay, copy that into pattern 4. Give ourselves some variations on those hi-hats. Okay, pattern 5, let's say it's a new part of the song, so we'll go, I don't know, got. Yeah, we'll just leave the kick drum kind of out of it. Now we'll go into pattern 6, pretend that we're building it up. There we go, pattern 7. Of course, this is all just, I'm just kind of coming up with stuff on the fly here. Pattern 8. Okay, pattern 9. Let's take those out. Actually, let's put them on all 16. Yeah, pattern 10. Let's go to the hi-hat. Let's open it up, actually, and we'll put it... Yeah. Just like that. Pattern 11, we'll do the same thing, but we'll also do a snare drum. Roll along there, which means drummers only have 4 limbs, so we should probably remove the hi-hat. And we'll say pattern 12 is going to be our last pattern. We will go back to the snare drum, fill them all in, and do some double triggering here at the end. This is going to be really hectic. And let's do one more pattern on pattern 13. Let's just put a kick drum on beat 1 and our open hi-hat on beat 1, and that'll be kind of the end. So we'll go digga 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 pss. So now, as we can see, I actually have 3 blank patterns, but let's just pretend I had 1. Let's pretend that pattern 14 down here is our blank pattern. So let's make our pattern chain. So I'm going to chain all of those patterns that we came up with together. And then pattern 13 is the last one. And now I'm going to press pattern 14 about, 10 times. I didn't really keep track of how many times that was. But now I actually have silence at the end of my pattern without having to hit the play button. I don't have to frantically go down and hit play to stop the playback, if that makes sense. So let's pretend I'm recording this pattern. I'm going to hit play right here. It's going to play through all the patterns, and then it's going to naturally stop once it reaches that blank pattern, because we told it to play, 10 times. And there we go. If you can see on the screen, hopefully, It's just repeating pattern 14 over and over and over. We had a nice clean ending. I can now just press play to stop after I've presumably clicked stop on whatever I'm recording the pocket operator audio with. That's it. That's as simple as the tip is. Now, it does work on any pocket operator. However, you can get a cool interaction with the Po20 Arcade if you use this trick alongside the chord mode. So on the Po20, you chain your patterns like normal, but you also chain chords to make a separate chain. And those chords are actually independent of the main pattern chain. So if you have a completely blank pattern, but have the chords still going, they will continue to play. And you can actually hold down the play and the effects button here to fade those out, which is really cool. Or you can do it manually by holding chord and turning down the first knob there. So let's get a really basic pattern here just to demonstrate. Cool, let's take our bass, put it on eighth notes. Let's make a pattern chain here. Let's just pick some random chords. We'll do 4 of them. Hold chord, use knob A to bring the volume up. Now let's switch to an empty pattern like we were going to do if we were ending our song. As you can hear, the chords continue on their own. We can fade those out by holding effects and play. And as you can see, it actually stops playing too. I'm going to do a separate video on that feature because no one really talks about it, and it is unique to the Po20 Arcade. But we can also turn the chords down manually with chord and the A button, which I'll show you here in just a second. Let's chain to our empty pattern. You also may have noticed I held down chord and used knob B there. That actually controls that kind of sidechainy pumping effect of the chord. It's not actually sidechained to the kick or anything at all. Just kind of pulses it to the quarter notes. So you can use that on its own too, which is really fun. So there you have it, a nice little pocket operator quick tip. Just a way to make recording a little bit less stressful on the pocket operators. You can slow things down. You don't have to quickly hit the play button to stop your pattern or hit stop recording on whatever you're recording with. You do have to sacrifice a pattern, of course, for this, but I find it's often easier than you might think to give yourself one free pattern when you're working on a PO arrangement, whether it just be like a drum groove or a full song. So I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.